I'd like to ask, does purchasing power come in the way of what you just said now around business environment and getting people comfortable enough to want to do business with you?
By what's going on?
Exactly.
Absolutely not, no. Because
Okay.
it depends on what your product is or what your service is, right? Okay. But you have to understand this, that people love to buy. People hate sales, but they love to buy, okay, all the time. If nobody bought anything, then the world would stop. So it's really important that, for example, if I invited you to my house and you was not hungry, and if I wanted to make you hungry, what would I do? Maybe put some olive oil on, put some spices. All of a sudden, you can start smelling food, right? And then even if you're not hungry, you'll maybe be a little bit hungry. So it's just really important that whatever your service, whatever your product is, I don't know, that if you can create an environment where people feel like doing business with you, and that there's obviously different things you have to work on, but then they will buy from you. Okay?
Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Please don't mind my voice.
I'm really sorry, I can't.
Voice.
I'll come closer.
Like a business lady now.
Sorry?
I'm a businesswoman.
Yeah.
Now, if I run an ad,
If you...
run an advert
Okay.
on my business,
Yeah.
I'm expecting a result.
Yeah.
Now, putting mind into the result, is it anticipation or anxiety?
Okay, so her question was that she is running some ads and she's waiting on an outcome of ads, and whether because you're waiting, is that anxiety, or is that what you're asking me? Okay, well, that's up to you to choose that, because you can control what you focus on. So if you have ran some ads, for example, for your business, and you're waiting to see what the outcome is, well, that's down for you to choose not to focus on that if that causes you anxiety, right? So you can literally choose not to focus on that. That way you won't have anxiety. Okay? So you get to choose what you focus on. Does that answer your question? Anybody else?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Please, I would like to know how I can create an environment that people will be comfortable with to do business with me.
Be more likable. Be more interesting. If you be more interesting, be more likable, people will want to do business with you.
Okay, in my line of business, as a dog marketer, because I sell dogs, right? There are lots of, and most of our business is online. You don't see me before purchasing my product. So a lot of people actually get scammed. So it has made it harder for people to trust us. So I want to know, how do I create an environment that allows people to have more trust in me, and allow them to purchase my product without seeing me?
That's a very good question. Do you have social media?
Yes, I have social media. I have Instagram.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I don't have YouTube.
Okay. If you go on social media and tell people what you do, remember, social media is a very big part of everybody's business. If nobody has social media, you need to get on social media, right? So if you, for example, go on YouTube and share what you have, people will get to know you. That will be part of your brand. That will be part of your business. And when people see that, then they will get to know you a little bit more, and then they will do business with you. Yeah?
Thank you, yes.
Okay, my question is, when you are trying to close a client and you've pitched the product to them, and you know they need it because they've told you that they need it, but you can see that they are having doubt and they say they will get back to you, in order not to appear desperate, are there like some specific lines to follow up, that may help you to close the deal without appearing too desperate?
So your question is, if you're about to close and a customer is not closing, and where's the leverage? How long do you wait? How long do you follow up on, right?
Yeah, like immediately. You don't want them to just leave because, they came, they want to buy.
You just use basic human psychology. The more somebody leans in, the more somebody leans out, okay? So the more you chase, it will maybe put people off. That you just have to trust the process. If you're really, really good at what you do, people will come to you. So maybe focus on becoming the best at whatever you do. That way people will navigate towards you. But I wouldn't push and follow and do all that. No, I wouldn't do that. This last one here.
You mentioned something when answering this question from over there, I think from air, that the issue of following up a customer to close a deal. Now, the point is, I'm just being realistic now, practical. You know, there are some services you rendered that when services you rendered, can you hear me very well?
I just move it a little bit out. Yeah.
There are some services we rendered, services that we rendered to customers that you need to give them a kind of professional information. Like maybe every week, once in a week, you relay some informations. Not really that you are looking for business from them, but you have to let them to know that, okay, this is what you need to know. Now, when you have a customer you are trying to close a deal with, and then you want to send out your informations, like information, knowledge informations, can you exempt those ones in the name of trying to be, not to be desperate in getting that customer? Do you get the question?
I don't understand your question, no.
Okay.
Let me come close to you.
This is practical now. There are some services you rendered, business, that you need to give people knowledge, advice. Okay, for instance, agric. Okay, the use of organic food is okay for our health. And then you put out information on that on a regular basis on your social media handles, or maybe on personal WhatsApps. And then you have a customer you are closing the deal with, but they have not yet given their consent. Maybe they have paid, but they have not yet bring out the real money. Can you just be like, okay, I want to apply your knowledge now that psychologically just push them aside so that it don't be like as if you are desperate? Can it work like that? Or you still need to be giving those people those informations too?
Do you charge for information?
You don't charge. It's a free service so that they can know that, okay, this thing exists. And if I do this, like marketing principle or technique or strategy, so marketing strategies, you give out the informations. You have a kind of a coaching class, a kind of free offer. But you have a list or catalog of people with prospective customers and the one you are already having business with. But in the name of you want to use psychology now, not to look like you are desperate to close a deal. Can you remove those ones from the list of those that got those information, or you can still include them based on how you answer the question of that?
You know what? I don't understand your question. You come and see me later on. I'll answer your question. Okay? Because I didn't understand it, so you can come and see me later and I'll answer it later. Yeah. Okay.
On a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And you're going to sign up that client.
Yeah.
Do you stop sending them the newsletter, or do you stop sending them the stuff that you would normally send because you're going to sign them because you don't want to look desperate?
No, absolutely not. Because remember, if you're sending them newsletter every week, for example, or whatever you're sending them, they are already warm customers. They want that newsletter. So they are your fans already. So it's just about time when they buy from you. Because if they didn't like the free stuff that you're giving them, they would already have unsubscribed. So if they're already receiving whatever they're receiving, then that means that you can just follow up and sell your next product to them. Yeah, absolutely. Okay? No problem. Thanks, Emmanuel. Is anybody have one final question or no? Yeah.
Hello, everyone. So you said something about being likable. So what's the thin line, or what's the, like, not being a people pleaser and being likable? I want to fully understand it, because being likable, I'm trying to fully understand what you mean, because sometimes when you try to be likable, you might lean towards just trying to please people. Do you understand? And you don't want that. So.
Well, let me just say this. There's many elements that go into that, okay? So if you smile, if you have a good attitude, if you present yourself well. Let's say you meet somebody for the first time. You leave a really, really good impression on them. Like, every single things matter, how you show up every day in life. That means that you have to become the best version of yourself, okay, which takes really, really hard work. So when you go home at night, and I don't mean you, I'm just figuratively speaking, when you go home at night and you sit down and look at yourself in the mirror, are you happy with the way everything is? And if the answer to that is no, then you fix them things what you need to fix. And then when you show up as your 100% self, then you are being yourself, right? And then you will be. People will like you, some people will not like you. That's just the way it is. So you have to become the best you. Okay? Guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Ibby Aslam. Thank you for that wonderful, very motivating session.
Manchester, home to Manchester United and Manchester City football. So many all wondering who I am and what do I do? Well, I am a mindset and business growth coach where most coaches are helping their clients earn 6 figures a year. I'm helping my clients earn 6 figures a month. Our company this year is estimated to do anywhere between 3 million and 5 million. And one of the key things I teach people is that fitness and business are related. So if you want to show up as your best, you must know how to elevate your mind. You must know how to take yourself to a state of mind in order to get